Hey everyone, welcome back to Easel Does It Studio. So today we're going to be making plant pots. These two are going to be little plant pots. Once they're done, I'm going to try and drill some holes in the bottom without cracking it is my plan. Whether that works or not, we will see. And we might do the same with these, depending on how these go. I just figured it would be something different. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do is, these are coaster molds. So I'm going to pour these, one to match like each one. And it's going to be the catch, like when you water them, have something to catch your water for your plant. That's my thought anyways. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to try this J. Diction Resin Deep Green Pigment and just see what this color is, because this is a color that I have not used before. So I just figured, why not give it a shot, right? And then we're going to do one, probably like a gray, white, black kind of swirly. And I don't know. We'll just see when we get to the other two. All right, so we're going to open this, and I'm going to take this bit off because we all know it's going to fall into my powder. So if I can remember correctly, I think these took 4 ounces. This takes 4 ounces. So I'm going to get 8 ounces of my powder out. And we'll get that colored. All right, so... All right, so that's about 11 ounces. So I think that will be good. So this one, oh gosh, I'm already making a mess, everyone. All right, so I'm just gonna move some of these out of the way so I'm not getting gunk in all of them. So these ones I might actually pour the covers just to see if they hold their shape. We'll see. I have not decided. So I know I want this and this. So let's just start with that. And I'm just going to pour this in here because it's going to make it easier to pour. And I do have my spatula out. So I'm just going to pour some water in. We'll get this mixed, and then we're going to add the green to it. So when you use the pigments, the pigment paste, it's harder to, you got to try to gauge your right amount of mixture, because if you have any left, you have to pour it, because obviously it's going to, cure. So that's one of the reasons that I like using the oxide powders, because of that. You can mix your your powder up, and if you have any leftover, like I have some gray, I have like 3 different colors over there of powders that then you can just add to something else. And that we're going to use that gray when I mix up the gray, black, and white. Okay. So let's get some of this green in here. And I'm going to add a big amount because it is going to lighten. But I wanted to see what shade that gave us. Oh, that's actually really pretty. So we could leave it swirled like that, which, you know what, I think I'm going to. That kind of looks nice. All right. Oh, let me get this out of my way. So I'm going to do my pot first. And I'm just going to kind of smush around. Don't want no bubbles. And then I'm probably going to put, you know, like washi tape or something on this after it's cured. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, once these set up, oh, and I got a little bit too much. So what are we going to pour this in? All right, let's just take one of these covers. And we'll get this. All right, so I guess I'm just going to do that centerpiece. Yeah, that would be cute. All right, so I'm just gonna scrape my bowl into my garbage can. And then I will take a paper towel and we'll clean this out. I'll just pour a little bit of water in there and we will just wipe this out. So I'm hoping I feel good enough this afternoon to wash my floors, but I'm not going to push myself. If I'm not up to it, I'm just not going to worry about it. If somebody comes over and they don't like it, I'll gladly hand them the mop and they can do it. Yeah. Because, you know, that's just kind of how I feel. All right, so we have this one done. That's going to be a bright green. So I maybe should have mixed a little bit of the powder in, but that's fine. We want to see what this color is going to be. So the next one I'm going to do is going to be the black, white, and gray. So I did 11 ounces, and we had just a smidge too much, so I'm going to probably go with that again, just to be on the safe side. So, as I was saying, and I totally squirreled, once these firm up, I'm going to put them in my curing machine so that the moisture can suck out of them quicker so that I can finish like the outside. I'll leave the bottom I won't seal the bottom right off. That way, you know, if there is any moisture left, that will slowly come out. So, and I forgot to tap. I don't want no bubbles underneath there. And I didn't tap that one, but that one's too full. I'm not even going to bother. All right, so I have, let's see, what do I have here? I have about 1.5 ounces of gray. And, oh, so I'm going to put this one here. My desk isn't big enough when I'm doing the mix-to-mold. All right, so I don't want to get powder in them. That's what I don't want to do. All right, I'm just going to set these over on my other counter for right now. I'm going to try to move some stuff here to give me a little bit more space. Okay, so we are going to use the black, no, because I want it white, gray, and black. So I'm going to grab the black pigment. So I'm going to mix up. I'm not going to pour. This is 10 ounces. Yeah. All right. I'm going to pour this in here. And then I'm going to end up mixing this gray. And again, guys, I don't measure because this stuff is really forgiving. If you put too much, if it's too thin, just add a little bit more powder. If it's too thick, add more water. And I'm going to keep this one, I think, a little on the thinner side just because this container has got the ribs in it. Oh, I got a little bit of green, but that's okay. So got that. Let's go ahead and get this gray mixed up. Now, this says gray, but it looks tan. And that is not, that is definitely not gray, guys. So let's just add some black and see what we can. All right, so that is kind of like a grayish, brownish. All right. So now what do I do? Let's mix some of that in there. I just want to see, because I don't want it to take over. All right, well, now I'm nervous. Oh, well, we're going to pour some of that in there. And I'm going to, oh, that's actually really pretty. And let's just add 3 drops of the black and okay. I am liking that. Okay. So I'm gonna pour like halfway, and then we're gonna, I don't really want to squeeze the edges because I don't want that to blend, but I do want to beat it enough to try to get some of the bubbles out. This is really kind of a cool pattern, guys, on the sides. I wish you could see the sides. All right, so I'm going to slide this over. Give it a tap. You know, sometimes some of your best thought out plans come from an oops. All right. And it has, I think this is set up enough now that oh well. You know what? I'm going to add just a smidge more powder. Because that was pretty soupy. So this one I want a little bit thicker because I don't want it to blend into that green. All right, let's just kind of see what we can create here. Now remember, this is going to be the top. That green part is going to be the part that is inside the container. So I definitely got too much in there. So I'm just gonna scoop a bit out and then I can re-swirl it. Okay. 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 And then whatever's on the edges, I can just trim off. Okay. Slowly slide this back. And we're just going to use one of the covers that I'm not using for whatever we have extra. So it'll just be a kind of a hodgepodge of whatever. Okay. Scrape this. Okay. And then I will wipe this out. Oh, I pulled my thingy right off. Okay, so I'm going to slide that back. See how those are already firming right up? And that is a good thing. Okay, a little bit of water. And wipe this out. Yeah, because my daughter had said to me the other day, she's like, Ma, can you make me some plant pots? So I'm like, yeah, because she's got a whole bunch of starter plants, so she doesn't need big pots, but, so I was like, well, I might as well just make it into a video, right? Oh, all right, so now we have our 2 little ones. And let's, all right. So I am going to use this bluish up. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this one and the other one onto my curing machine, just so that they're in there. And then when these firm up enough, I can move them over there, and it'll give me a little bit more room on my table. All right, so let's see. I don't know how much of this blue that we have. And I believe this was the graphite, the Tanzanite by Mayspring, I believe is what this was. All right, so we have 3 ounces, so all right, so that gives us about 5 on like our powder. And maybe I use a little bit more. Yeah, we'll go to 6 just to be on the safe side. So I'm going to mix that all together. And then we'll test to see what color this gives us. I'm going to take a cup. I'm going to put a little bit of water. And that's a lot of it. And we only need a itty bitty. Kind of like that, just a drop. Take some of the powder. And we're going to pour it in. So that's like a, kind of like a grayish blue. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's add a little bit of this powder and see how much that changes the color. And I did put a good scoop because, you know, there's quite a bit of powder in here. So I don't know if it's even gonna like make a difference. I'm just hoping it brings out the blue a little bit more. So I'm just gonna wipe this out. Because it's, you know, it's not like a perfect. Dump a little bit of that out. And we will and I had the blue on my stick, so I really don't know. We're just gonna go with it. We are gonna go with it. So Let's do this one. And I still have some resin drops, but I know a lot of people wanted to see both of these, you know, the colors that, how different they come out from the resin, because these are the ones that I had gifted to me, and I absolutely love these pots. All right, so that fills my curing machine, and the other ones I'll put on my heat mat. So let's get some water, get this poured. Now again, I don't know if these are going to go out of round, so this is going to be a good way to find that out. Oh, this is a pretty blue. So adding that brighter blue in here definitely was exactly what this needed. And then we, you know, we'll put washi tape or something on the outside. Yeah, that is pretty. I'm almost, no, I'm gonna leave it, I'm gonna leave this one solid. Again, I'm gonna do this halfway. So this one I can squeeze because we don't have any marbling or anything going on. And we'll finish filling it. And we will, oh, guys, I got the right amount. Yeah. All right. So, wipe my stick here. All right. I'm going to set this aside because I'll bring that up and I'll wash it upstairs. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a red and a black. So I'm going to mix up the red pigment, and then I'm going to put some black through it, because this one I think is going to end up being a Valentine candle jar. So this, I could have put a little bit more in, but I'm not even going to worry about that little bit, because this stuff is so easy to sand. It's, yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so I need one of my cleaner cups. And that was, did we do 6 ounces? And that was like perfect. Oh, take my scoopy out. Sorry guys, I'm trying to stay in frame. So I do need to mix up a little bit because I want to finish filling that. So I'm just going to go there, and we're going to pour it in here. And I'm going to add You know what? I'm going to add my other red. This one here is, it's just deep red, but it's really a bright red. And I'm going to put two good scoops in there to start with. Because I do not want it to go pink. I want it to stay red. So when you're working with a white base, you have to use a lot more of that powder. So I'm just trying to get the corners. So I can already tell this is going to be more pink. So I'm going to add some more. So I want like a black and red okay, so let's see how pink this is gonna be. And I just want to drop. All right, so that is still, that is going to be too pink. But I'm thinking if we added the red dye, okay. So that is exactly, okay. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to mix this up, and then I'm going to put this in to get the red I want. Then I'm going to put this to give it a swirl of black. That's what we're going to do. All right. And do I have enough water? That is the $1 million. I have another jug, but it's over there. So let me just grab it just in case I'm going to need more. Because I don't want it to like start setting up too quick. Okay. Come on. You know, because, I mean, that's a pretty pink, but that's not, I don't want to go with pink. I want to go with more of a red. And what do I have for ounces? So I have just under 6 ounces. So I'm going to add a little bit more powder. And a little bit more water. Because I have that bigger cover that Now, let's put our red drop in and see what we come up with for red. And I think too, once the piece is sealed, I'm gonna add some of this red powder. It's still gleaming on the pinker side, and I want it more on the red side. I just hope I'm not going too heavy on the dye. All right, I guess we're gonna I want red. I want red. I don't want pinky. You know, and hopefully this is going to dry a little darker. But yeah, that's... All right, I guess we're going to call this good. And let's get our black swirl in, and then we can pour, and then we wait. 2, 3, 5. Put 5 drops. So I'm just going to... give that a quick little swirl around. And so I'm not going to squeeze around the edges because we've got the swirling. You can hear my dog getting her bones out of her box of toys. And let's just, oh my gosh, again, perfect amount. Now, of course, this is the big cover. But maybe we can use it as a base for something. Who knows? It's a bubble. It's a bubble. And that's a bubble. All right. So now we are going to let these cure up. And I can demold these in an hour, but I'm going to give it like 2 hours on the heat mat just so that I can get stuff to stick to the outside of them, that they'll be dry enough that I can do that. And then we will be back and we will see how these turned out. All right, guys, I'll be back. Okay, guys, so let's see how these turned out. These ones are still pretty warm. I'm going to do those last. This one I did not put in the curing machine or on the heat mat. I just let this one be its own. So like I said, that would be the inside of the jar, and then this would be the top. So once that's sealed, that is going to look really, really good. So I'm just breaking the overage off here, which is so easy to do. All right, so there's that one. Let's get this one out. So again, that's the top, that's the inside. So I'm just gonna leave that like that so they can dry out. So I might have to leave these a little longer. I'm not sure if the moisture is gonna be completely out of them, but we're gonna try. So I got a friend of mine's coming over for coffee, so I'm trying to get this done. And this one did wobble, so I'm gonna have to make one of those plugs to put on the inside, because it definitely, you know, went wonky. It's more oval than, yeah. But for a planter pot, I don't think it really matters if it works. All right, let's get this red one out. It's not as red as I wanted, so I know next time to definitely put more red, but I'm hoping once it's sealed, and again, this one went a little oblong as well. All right, let me just turn these back the way they're supposed to be. Okay. And then I'll bring those up and wash them. But overall, I think the colors came out really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal just the outside. I'm not going to seal the inside, just to kind of let that moisture make sure that it's completely out. But I'd like to be able to do something on the outsides. So that was my only reason that I had put them in the curing machine, is to hopefully speed it up enough where, you know, I could get the overall look for you guys. Okay, so that came out really, really nice. So again, you could use it as a total coaster, which is what it is meant for. But hopefully it's going to work for the little catch basin for the bottom of this. Oh. And I did grab some of my paper washi tape. To me, the paper ones really work good on these. I mean, the other ones do as well. Yeah, see, it just created a lot of moisture in there from putting it on. I should have let them cure and then put them on there after, but you know, as long as this part is cure enough that we can, all right. And that is going to work, guys. Look at that. So now it's going to be to just wipe that out. And I'm sure this one did the same thing. But we got no bubbles, which is good. Oh, no, that one came out really cool. Let me show you the side. It's kind of like a zigzag. Look at that. That's kind of cool. So in this one, I'm just gonna, you know, we'll just seal the outside, and that one will be done. But on this one, I wanted to try putting something. Oh, cool. And so we have our little plant base. So yeah, okay. Now comes the scary part. So before I do anything, I'm gonna see if I can drill some holes down through the bottom. Let me see what I have got for bits. Let's see. I want something with that's a point. So let's I'm thinking this one. Let's try this one. I'm scared. I don't want to crack it. So I'm going to use my my bigger Dremel just because I know the power on it is much greater than my handheld. So take that tip out. And we're going to put this one in. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Let me just bring this. I have it hanging on my cart that, all right, so let's see. I'm gonna. All right. I guess we're just gonna go for it, guys. So I'm just gonna go easy. Okay. So I didn't go all the way through. I got it started. So I think I'm going to change and put, let's see what I got for. I'm thinking this, we'll try this one. I don't have, okay. All right. And let me grab my little cut mat here so I don't end up cutting my table. All right. this is not, it's making the hole, but it's taking forever to like go through. So let me, because I need something more with like a diamond bit. So I might have to just like go all the way down with this. Let me try the skinnier one and see. Ah, we went all the way through that time. Okay. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to use the drill, make the holes bigger, and then I will put this back on because that seemed to work good. Okay, so we can definitely use the drill once we get the pilot hole started. So now we have our drainage holes for our little pot. So I'm not going to do all of them on camera, obviously for the speed of the video, but let me all right, so I'm going to seal the outside. I'm going to do these two first so that they get dry, but I have got this dragon glaze, and it's a shift, it's a color shifting top coat. So shake well, let dry, 2 hours between coats, cures in 24 hours. So I guess I'm gonna, on these two, I'm gonna use the J. Diction gloss sealer. On these two, I will use the other one, just because I know when these are dry to the touch, I can put my stickers on or my washi tape. So yeah, that's why I'm using this one, because I know how this one reacts. I don't know how the other one reacts. And I just like to take one of these little disposables, and I've given up on sponges and brushes, guys. I totally have, because this method I find works the best. I just glove up my hand and I go ahead and I coat it with my gloved hand. I don't get any streak marks. It's nice and even. And then when I put the second coat on, like this first coat pretty much sinks right in to the ceramic. So it dries nice and quick. And then once I do the final seal coat, then I, will put a couple of layers on. But I just wanted you to see, because I still get a lot of questions on people wanting to see how I seal my pieces. So I'm just like using my fingernail on the end of the glove to get into the, and I'm not going to do the bottom right now because I want to make sure that all the moisture is out, and I'm not going to do the inside. So this is pretty much dry to put the stickers on. And let me put a little bit more. So look, it does look more red once it's sealed, guys. Look at that. And that's kind of what I was hoping when I stopped adding, the pigment. I was hoping it was going to go darker. So not too bad of a red. So I'll just have to figure out something. Sorry about the noise. Our Chewy order for Sophie came in, and my husband's filling her tray. All right, so I'm gonna put this away, and I'm gonna try doing the same thing with the dragon glaze. And like I said, I don't know if it's going to work the same. And if not, I'll just grab a brush. And which one do I want to try it on? Let's start with the smaller one first. Other than the grooves, it is definitely going on good. So you just kind of have to work, like go back over it to work out the excess glaze that's in there. But it's going on really good with my gloves, so I don't like brush marks, and no matter what brushes I use, I'm getting brush marks, and I don't like that. So I figured if I tried a different technique, and to me it just goes much quicker. And you can see if you've, missed any spots, and then you can just re-hit them. So yeah. And then you can just take your finger, and if you have any thicker spots, kind of get it out. But yeah. All right, so we got that one. And we might as well do this one. And then, so that way when I take, you know, the final pictures, they'll look good. It's basically why I'm sealing it. And to show anybody that's new, I do have a video showing a couple different methods of sealing, even using the spray, the 2 times clear sealer. So that is down in the videos, if anybody wants to check that out. So this does give a nice shine. I had only used this, I think, once or twice, and I wasn't real impressed with it the first time. So I figured I would try this method, and it's definitely giving a better finish doing it this way. You know, and just keep going in the same direction. But yeah, so that is all nice and sealed now. Okay. So these ones are ready. I'm just going to move these back. I'm not going to do anything with the covers because I'm not going to use, I'm going to put holes and make these planter pots. So let's see. I had found some of these like floral ones, and so I just didn't know. That one might actually be enough. And again, trying to go on a round surface. But, sorry guys. I'm just going to snip this corner right there because it was kind of like bumpy, and so I don't mind a little bit of an overlap. It's not quite, you know, 100%. And there's something that got under there. But I think that definitely makes this piece. And there's like, it's like a, there was like a sharp bit underneath there. All right, got it out. But yeah, I think this definitely makes the piece. And then I will just seal over this the same way I did the first coat. And then that's done. And if I really want to get technical, just to match, there's a little, that's too big. I don't know how this can even find how it opens. Oh, right here. Now I'm surprised this is even sticking because I did not seal this piece. So that just tells me that the moisture is pretty much out of here. So that way it just brings our two pieces together. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on that. All right, so that's that one. And then I had used those ones last time. Now, I don't know if these are going to look okay on here or not, so the only way I'm going to be able to tell. And what I like about these paper ones is if you don't like the way they look, they peel off really easy. I think, no, that's not gonna. Don't know. No. But this is more I think it's because of the marble. So I might have to use a clear transparent one. I'm going to try this and see. If not, I will try the other ones. No, no, nope, I'm not liking that. All right. Let me put you on a pause and grab some of the stickers. Hang on. Okay. So I have got these like black ones. So I'm just going to pick a few and see what they look like. And I am going to try and like cut around, you know, as close as I can so that I don't have the clear. So we'll put one on, we'll see how it looks. And then I can always do a time lapse for the other ones, because it's going to be, you know, time consuming to cut out as close as I can. I mean, obviously the stem, I'm going to have to leave, you know, a little bit of the clear, obviously. But it should be minimal. So I'm trying to take it right up, you know, close to the flower. Like the petals are fairly easy to go around. So even if I do a couple around it, I think it will be, you know, something a little different than so where's that one? If I go completely across, I need something with a little bit more white in it. So this flower here, because that's a dark spot behind it. And there are white ones in this pack too, but I just wasn't sure. See, I guess I'm not going to be able to go exact because that's not really going to show there. So if I do one there, and I don't like the white on it at all. So I guess suppose we could just leave one. So maybe what I'll do, I think we're gonna just go with the one side, but I'm gonna put a few of the littler ones around it. Let's cut this one. Okay, let me just get, I'm just gonna get real close. I'm not gonna, and I'll do the same on this one. I'm just gonna kind of go to the outside. If I wasn't on camera, I'd be, you know, I'd cut them all out, but just for the sake of the video, so you guys can kind of get an idea of, you know, the different things that you can add to them in different ways. If something's not working one way, you can change it up a bit. Well, that didn't work out so good. I ripped that one right in half. Okay. And I found when you're doing it, if you peel the sticker itself off, it comes off easier. I'm just going to go right up on that one. There we go. So yeah. So then what I'll do is I'll take, you know, I'll take the time, I'll drill all the holes and stuff, but at least I can get the pictures out for you guys, and then I can finish these, you know, take my time and whatever, but I want to be able to get this video out to you guys. So, yeah. And then I'm just going to add another coat of this sealer on top, and you know, I'll do the inside and all that, but I'm going to give it, you know, I'll do all that tomorrow, but I will get you some final pics, and let me know in the comments what you guys think. And yeah. Alrighty guys, have a great day. Bye.